this is where we have come as a country. I honestly cannot believe it. We have humanitarian crisis on top of humanitarian crisis. Yet we have a Supreme Court that does not want to do its job of judicial review, that is ignoring intentionally the racism and xenophobia of this administration. I do not have enough fingers on one hand to count the number of vile things that this president has stated about the Haitian community.
To our Haitian neighbors in Boston, we love you. We need you, part of our community. This is a decision that is incredibly cruel.
Legislative action must be forthcoming to fix this injustice. We demand change. We demand justice. Our families demand justice. And we will continue to use every tool, every legal tool to protect and defend the immigrant community in Massachusetts and across the greater Boston area.
This is a sad day. This is a heavy day. We have no choice but to push forward. We have no choice. We have no choice but to build a coalition.
I think what hurt the most is because if someone rejects you, okay, fine, let me go back home. But I cannot go back home. You know? That's what hurts. Because you know that, okay, it's not that it's the dream. I'm not living the dream here.
So it's us immigrants trying to survive. And whenever you're trying to survive, for me, it's not a dream. So it's not a dream. America for us, it's not a dream. It's just like most like a jungle. I'm sorry, but we're trying to survive every single day.
So for me, it's a violation of my human rights. So the 6 conservative justices and President Trump and his administration, they are valid. Not only fundamental human rights, they are valid the Constitution of United States that say that no one should be discriminated based on their race, on their religion, on their political view. And they also have valid the Temporary Protected Status Act 1990 that said that as long as the condition exists, the people on the TPS should consider for renewal. So it is outrageous what's going on.
The temporary protection status, it means and entails if your country is unstable, I will protect you. That's what that Statue of Liberty stood for, to welcome those in trouble, you know. So that's a violation of human rights, sending the Haitians back to Haiti. Where? In a place where there is trouble. It's a troubled place right now.
All right now, Haitians are now realizing the importance of having Black Americans on their side. Right now, as we speak, Haitians are now realizing the importance of having Black Americans on their sides. We also how Haitians used to disrespect Black Americans. We also how Haitians used to mistreat Black Americans without knowing that one day, one time, it will reach a point they are going to need for Black Americans. Because right now, it has reached a time they are now being deported back to their country. And they are crying for Black Americans. Grand Rising Kings and Queens, hello wherever you are, and welcome back to this YouTube commentary. In case you are new here, this is Majoka Report Extra, and consider subscribing, okay? Today, we want to talk about Haitians and how Haitians are now regretting losing Black Americans. How Haitians today are regretting mistreating and talking bad to Black Americans. Because right now, I think it is too late. Before we continue with this commentary, let us first of all watch some of the video clips that I have collected for you, and then we come back, we talk more. Let's go.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Amandaya Shakur. So the Haitians are upset with FBA, also known as Black Americans, because they're losing their temporary protected status. But we don't have anything to do with it. So let's get into it. I'm just curious as to why they're blaming us and saying that them being deported is our fault. We have nothing to do with it. We don't have any control over who gets deported and who gets allowed to stay. And then for some of them coming on here talking greasy, saying that we're all on welfare, that we're lazy, we live in the projects, and all of these disparaging things. Okay, I find that all very interesting, because if it wasn't for us and our ancestors who fought for civil rights and all of the liberties and freedoms that we have fought for, you all wouldn't even have been able to come here in the first place. Okay, please pay attention. I ain't just coming out here talking real greasy, okay? Saying that we're afraid of them because of the voodoo and that they have gangs and all of these things. First of all, having gangs is nothing to brag on, but we have gangs too. But also voodoo, why would we be concerned about that? It's not like we don't know voodoo as well. Okay, some of us call it roots. Okay, please pay attention. It's basically the same thing. I mean, they have all of this smoke for FBA, but they're not saying anything about Trump, Tom Homan, the border czar, or Stephen Miller. This was all they're doing. This is their idea. And they haven't even said one word about Megyn Kelly and that racist rant that she went on, just dragging them for filth just a few days ago. Okay, the only one I heard address that was Roland Martin. Okay, he stood up for his people, but I haven't heard them say anything. They're just choosing to go in on us, and I quite frankly think it's just displaced anger. Like I said, please pay attention. I mean, and then one of them said that all throughout the world, people think that we're the most ignorant and the idiots and all of that. Well, I'll have you know that the women who look like me in this country are one of the most educated groups. So there's that, and we're not all lazy. There's lazy people amongst every group. So for them to be sitting here saying that we love massa, but yet they're the ones using and spewing massa's talking points and foolish racial stereotypes about people of my own lineage, I find that very interesting. Okay, it's like totally crazy to me, but still you want to drag us but are not saying anything about the people who are the real problem. Okay, please pay attention. I mean, it was Trump himself who said that Haiti was a shithole country, and then it was JD Vance who lied and said that you all eat cats and dogs. But y'all are mad at us, and I just don't get it, because it seems like a whole lot of projection. Maybe you're afraid to say something about what they've done or said, but so you just want to use us, as the scapegoat. But it's absolutely so ridiculous and sad. Please pay attention. And they didn't say anything about the fact that Bill and Hillary Clinton collected all of those funds, okay, and then only built about 6 houses over there in Haiti, not to mention the Caucasian woman who tried to escape Haiti with 33 Haitian children, and then she was caught and arrested, and Bill and Hillary came over there to speak for her, to vouch for her. Didn't say anything about that, but we're the problem? Make it all make sense. All I'm saying is just put the blame where it lies. Don't sit here and blame FBA, because we're not the ones that are the issue for you. Your problem is a system known as white supremacy, okay? And we didn't build it, and we are not the ones who can tear it down. Only the people who put that together can tear it down, and it doesn't look like they're going to be doing so anytime soon. And so it is that system that wants you deported from this country, because they want the majority of people here to look like them. And I'm sorry, but don't you all mostly look like us? And so please pay attention. So when you're out in the streets and the police are looking at you, if you get pulled over, whatever, at a traffic stop, they're going to just basically liken you to one of us. Okay, they're not going to be worried about whether you're Haitian, African, Jamaican, or whatever, but they're just going to lump us all in the same category. So let's stop trying to make it our fault that these people want you all out of the country, okay, so they can bring in more people who look like them. We have absolutely nothing to do with that, and we're never the problem. Okay, please pay attention. And then for some of you to do videos asking Donald Trump to deport us, that's hilarious, because he could never. He can't send us anywhere. We're indigenous to this country. You see, all of us didn't come from Africa. This land, formerly known as Turtle Island, some of us are absolutely indigenous to it. Okay, so please pay attention.
So I would like to add to this conversation we're having about that Haitian ass bitch that went on that podcast to speak about Black Americans, unprovoked, mind you, unprovoked. I swear to God, we have condos, mega mansions in y'all's heads. The way that y'all are obsessed with us needs to be studied. It needs to be studied. It's a sickness. You're not okay. You're unwell, okay? Here's my thing. I see like many people speaking about it because they're upset, rightfully so. And then you got the Haitians, the Africans, and the fucking Caribbean people in the comments talking about, oh, well, not too much. You always generalize all of us. Like, we don't all feel the same. I can't fucking tell, bitch. I can't fucking tell. And instead of trying to police us, and instead of trying to tell us how we should feel and what we should say, why don't you get y'all people who keep doing this shit, who keep fucking embarrassing y'all, who keep speaking for all of you, why don't you get them and pack them fuck out and worry about them and not worry about us and how we feel? Like, stop trying to police us, because it gets to a point. We literally are sitting, chilling, cool and maxing, and we catch a stray every single fucking time. The obsession is fucking real. Okay? I'm gonna keep generalizing until y'all stop speaking on us. I don't give a fuck, because that's all y'all do is speak on us. Speak on us, speak on us, speak on us. You know what? And the thing is, you know what's crazy to me? All of you appropriate Black American culture. All of you. You all do. Yet you want to sit here and disrespect our culture, shit on our culture, but you'll appropriate it real quick, especially when you come here. Don't act like you don't. You do it in so many different ways. Our culture is through everything here. Everything. So stop playing with us. Get out and stop playing with us. Stop trying to police us and how we feel and what we say. Police y'all people first.
Haitians, you will be just fine. I know y'all nervous about going back to your homeland. I know some of y'all are sad, depressed, anxious, confused, don't know what to do right now. But remember this though, Haitians. Remember 1804. Remember that one hit that y'all had in 1804. Y'all can make another hit. See, I used to say y'all was one-hit wonders, but I don't believe that no more. I believe a lot of you Haitians that was here in America, I think y'all picked up a lot of game. And I think the game that y'all picked up in America, y'all gonna translate it to Haiti. Reason why I say that, because y'all told Black Americans that y'all are better than us. Y'all are more educated than us. Y'all know more than us. Y'all doing better than us. Y'all have more things than us. Y'all accomplish more than us. So with all that being said, bring that to your homeland. A couple of you Haitians called us dirty Black Americans. Well, guess what? To the clean Haitians, go back to Haiti and show them how to be clean out there. Clean them up. Show them how to properly bathe and wash. See if you can bring some products down there to Haiti from America and show them how to smell good and feel good. Y'all talk about our food here in America. A lot of Haitians always complain about soul food, how our food nasty. Well, guess what, Haitians? Teach the people in Haiti how to feed themselves without eating mud biscuits, or better known as dirt cookies. Teach them that. Teach them how to eat properly. And everything will be fine in Haiti. Because y'all showed me waving them Haitian flags, talking about Haiti is better than America, saying how the white man gave Black Americans everything. Well, prove it to us when y'all go back to Haiti. Prove it to us. And I believe everything y'all say. But anyway, Haitians, everything will be just fine. Bring your Haitian flag. Bring all the things that you have in America back to Haiti and make Haiti great again. Y'all have a good one and safe travels. Peace out.
Look, my Haitian brothers and sisters, y'all have to understand something. Y'all been talking shit for a long time about Black Americans. Y'all have. And, you know, we have our little arguments, our little splats online. You know, you have your podcast and people saying negative and nasty things to one another. But honestly, truly, I don't think no Black American actually wants y'all to just be eliminated from the system. I just don't think that you'll find a Black person that's just going to call immigration on Haitians. But here's the problem, though. A lot of Black folks is mad because y'all acting like that cousin that talks shit about the family, but then when some bad shit happen, the first place you run is to the family. Like, if you gonna talk shit, you gotta stand on it. You can't just talk shit and then run back to the family and think that everybody gonna have y'all back. Now, most Black Americans got y'all back. But it's some that's pretty pissed. And that's just the truth of the situation. And like I say, I don't think that no black person in this country is going to see a group of Haitians and call immigration. I don't think that's going to happen. But you can't want to stick together at the last minute. Either we stick together the whole time or we don't. It's just that simple.
Well, at least we have a country to go back to, and you Black Americans, you guys, you know, if things were to fall apart, you guys don't have anywhere to go to. So at least, you know, I got a country that I can go back to. Yeah, a country that you don't want to live in, right? A country that you don't want to be, a country that you don't want to build, a country that you're only proud of when you're not living there, right? So, you know, because we could say the same thing, right? Like if it was a big bulk of us fighting to get into somebody else's country, right? Sneaking into somebody else's country, because, you know, I can't really imagine having to sneak into a country. I never did that before. But if we was to all collectively have to do that and go to somebody else's country, we could technically say the same thing. Like, well, you know what? At least I got another country that I don't want to be in that I could go back to, because I could bring my ass back to the United States. I don't have to really actually be in this other place. I could come back to the United States. I mean, we could technically, you know, could say that. I mean, we're not from Never Never Land, right? We didn't just drop out of the sky, right? We are actually indigenous. We actually had a whole ethnogenesis on the United States soil. So we actually are from here, right? We're like, I don't know why y'all think that because we're brown, because we're black, that means that we just dropped out of the sky into the United States and we just have no place here. We have no purpose here and we just don't belong here. Okay. So, you know, you can brag about your country, go ahead and be proud of it, but it's really crazy that you're kicking and screaming not to go back to that country, but yet you're trying to brag about having another country to go to, but you don't want to be in said country. Make it make sense.
I have a genuine question, right? I see a lot of Black Americans that are like, yay, excited about the TPS ending, send the Haitians back. My question is why? Why are you guys so adamant about sending them back? What have they done to you guys that you feel like send them back? I did hear some of the takes on TikTok that, you know, a lot of them in Florida voted for Trump. But I need to say, right, the majority of Haitians have family back home and they would love for their family back home to come to the United States. And what kind of group do you think that falls under? Democrats. So majority of Haitians will not vote for Trump, right? Will not vote Republican because they are looking for, you know, betterness for their family to come here. So if we do have a few Haitians that were born here in America, that's Americanized, okay, that believes in the Republican dream, of course they're gonna vote that way. That's because they have no family back home. They can care less for back home. But I will honestly tell you, the majority of them will vote for whatever fits their family. Whatever works for them is what they will vote for. So we can't crucify a whole country because of 5-10% of them that voted for Trump. Now let's talk about Black men when it came to that voting. Let's talk about Black men when it comes to Kamala Harris. Where were they at? We willing to throw things at other people, but we can't even sweep our own backyard? Is that what we're doing? So Haitians, go home Haitians, because you voted for Trump and we try to tell you you voted for Trump. But Black men, it's okay, you made a mistake. Next time, just don't vote for Republican. Like, we have to understand sometimes we cannot crucify other people that's looking for a better life. These people, they actually have nothing. They have nothing, right? They have nothing. And why don't they have nothing? America, France, everybody else that, you know, that does what they need to do when it comes to these little countries. Oh, send them back home, send them back home. But these white folks, whenever they're done working, where they go to retire? In Haiti. They go by these nice, pretty neighborhoods and say, oh, I want to retire next to the beach. I want to retire here. I want to retire there. They have lands. They have everything. You know, the only people that doesn't have a problem flying to Haiti right now? White folks. Haiti's on a level 4. But every single day, you see them in Labadie all day long. So can we not, like, do that? Can we change how we are as as people? Because let me tell you something. When you walk into a room, they're black, you're black. Before they can find out your nationality or what country, little island you came from, you're gonna be 6 feet under. And after they'll be like, oh, this Haitian guy was blah 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 blah. Oh, this black American guy did blah 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 blah. So we need to understand sometimes, why do we hate other people for no apparent reason? Zero.
Has to follow the law. So temporary means temporary. When the condition of that country gets better, they need to go home. There are millions of people standing in line want to be part of the greatest nation on earth. And that goes back to my early point. People say, why you arrest them if they're not criminally under 10 years? Because they cheated the system. They may have been under 10 years, so let's remember, when you enter the country illegally, it's a crime, and they're doing that, putting themselves in front of the line while millions of people are taking their tests, doing their background investigation, paying their fees to be part of the greatest nation on earth. So temporary means temporary, and I'm grateful for that decision.
Alright, welcome back. So, right now, Haitians are bitter. And they are bitter to black Americans because right now, black Americans are not going to come out and go for protest because of them. Right now, black Americans are not going to come out to go and protest and fight because of them. Okay? Because right now, they're not expecting now black Americans to come out, go supporting them, standing with them, forgetting that they used to disrespect black Americans. They used to call black Americans that they are not belong to America. They used to say that at least them, once they are going to be deported, they are going to be going home. They are going to be having a country. Unlike black Americans, whom, once they are going to be deported, they are going to lack a place to go. Okay? So, it has reached a point, they are realizing that the black Americans are the real indigenous of United States of America. If you're a real historian, if you go deep down, sit down and read the history of the United States of America, you will come to understand that we had the indigenous black Americans, whom they belong to the United States of Americans permanently. So, all these immigrants, some of them, they always think that black Americans are immigrants in the United States of America. But the truth is this. Go do your own research. You will come to realize that black Americans are indigenous in the United States of America. They are panicking right now, Haitians. They are raged. They don't know how to do. It is too late for them. And they have to accept. Okay? Remember the terms, it was temporary. And the temporary means temporary. It doesn't mean the permanent. Temporary and the permanent, it is two different things. There's no need to bring a lot of confusion in the table. When temporary means temporary. Okay? There is one saying in Swahili that says that asiyesikia la mamake vunjika guu, that if you don't going to listen to your elder, your leg will going to be broken. Haitians came to America. They found black Americans. Instead of listening to black Americans, instead of following what black Americans are doing, they started doing their own things. They started disrespecting black Americans. They started mistreating black Americans, calling them dirty. I remember some videos of some certain lady calling a black American dirty. Do you remember that video? So today, they are facing their legs breaking. And they are now realizing the importance of having black American. Grand Rising Kings and Queens, this is Majoka Report Commentary. If you're new here, kindly make sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you are my returning subscriber, thank you, very important, for continue supporting this video. Let us meet to our next video. Adios.